to 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPNRadio.com.
Reaper, you're not allowed to talk!
The Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats.
Halloween! Kids in costumes going door to door collecting candy. Anybody can spend $200 buy a professionally made get-up and strut around showing up everybody else. Those are the rich kids who get a sweaty palm full of loose candy corn from me. I'm Greg Cody. That's how it was back in my day.
That's more of the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats on ESPN Radio and ESPNU.
Lakers Locker Room Report.
Lakers basketball is the final.
Recapping everything from tonight's Lakers game on the ESPN LA Lakers Radio Network.
113 to 110.
Back into that game, and more importantly, they went for the opportunity. Mm-hmm. They didn't give up on that game in a place where they typically struggle up in Portland. So again, like you say, Travis, this is a good game. I mean, they lose and it's disappointing. This is a good game.
It was a fun game to watch, too. I mean, back and forth. The entire fourth quarter was a possession or two either way. Lonzo Ball did not have a good game tonight. He played 28 minutes. He only took 2 shots. He missed them both. He did not score. He was held scoreless, but, not great. You never want to have 0 points if you're going to play 28 minutes, but it's the 2-shot attempts that really jump off the page.
Right, and this is the first night where there have been nights where Lonzo either didn't shoot well or didn't score much. This is his first goose egg on the season, but he didn't fill up the rest of the box either. He had a couple blocks and a couple nice defensive plays, but only 4 assists and 3 rebounds and a steal. And typically in games where he hasn't scored, he's done all those other things. And he wasn't bad. He moved the ball. He did some stuff or whatever, but he didn't impact this game in a significant way. And then obviously, he's been in the league now for about
8 games.
About an hour.
Yeah.
And he's not 20 years old, and this is going to happen. But we've grown accustomed to a certain performance already, which is a testament to how he's been playing.
No, and he's played really well, and this is not an indictment globally, but rather just that he had a poor game tonight. But he was more or less invisible most of the night tonight. You didn't notice him out there very often.
I will say this. I am pretty sure LeVar is going to come back with something to the effect of Lonzo will not be held scoreless 2 games in a row, and I actually think this one he's exactly right. Lonzo will score tomorrow against the Nets.
Can't wait to hear from him. 113 to 110 is the final score. The Trailblazers beat the Lakers. We invite you to stay with us for more postgame coverage on our flagship station, ESPN LA 710. This has been the Lakers Locker Room on the ESPN LA Lakers Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Lakers Locker Room Report.
Brought to you by
Universal Studios Hollywood. Get ready for nonstop terror with more mazes than ever at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. Catch the Lakers Locker Room Report recapping what went down after every Lakers game on the ESPN LA Lakers Radio Network.
O'Reilly. If it's time to replace your vehicle's headlights, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts See Better, Drive Safer sale for a twin pack of Sylvania Silver Star Ultra headlights and get a $15 O'Reilly gift card after mail-in rebate. See farther and more clearly with Silver Star headlights at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight?
Number 14 Auburn heads to College Station to face Texas A&M. Coverage begins Saturday morning at 11:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Who's in? Presented by Goodyear.
And we're back in studio with Oregon's mascot, the Duck. So what was it like to star in this season's Nissan Heisman House? And how was it to work alongside current NFL star and Oregon Heisman winner Marcus Mariota?
What's the deal with this guy? He's usually pretty animated.
We'll be right back with more from Oregon's The Duck. Visit NissanHeismanHouse.com for more. And while you're there, vote for this year's Heisman winner.
Nothing is more essential than protecting your home, but getting traditional home security can be a punishing and expensive task. Now, there's a better way. Protect your home with Simply Safe Home Security. Ask anyone locked in a long-term security contract. They're on the hook for 3 years, paying $45, $55 a month. Or ask someone who's had a system hardwired in their walls. The installation alone cost them a fortune. Simply Safe got rid of everything that makes home security a hassle. They make it easy for you. Simply Safe has no long-term contract. There are no obligations. This is award-winning home security. Tech Magazine CNET calls Simply Safe better, smarter home security. Your home's protected around the clock with 24/7 professional monitoring. If there's trouble, they'll send police. This service costs just $15 a month with Simply Safe. That's 3 times less than what the other guys charge, and no hidden fees. Protect your home today. You can buy Simply Safe at your local Best Buy and have your home protected by tonight. Or visit simplysafemike.com for a special 10% off. That's simplysafemike.com for 10% off your system. simplysafemike.com.
It's time for your first chance to react to tonight's Lakers. Lakers basketball is a final tonight in Portland. This is the Land Rover postgame show, recapping everything from tonight's game against the Blazers.
Your Southern California Land Rover retailers. Visit them for special lease and finance offers. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Did we keep the winning rolling? What's ahead for tomorrow night back at Staples and the return of D'Angelo? And your reaction. 877-710-ESPN. The Land Rover postgame show tips off now. Here's Travis Rogers and Brian Kamenetsky.
Lakers dropped a close one in Portland, 113-110. A lot of fun game to watch. Tough loss if you're a Laker fan. They did a great job of fighting their way back into it. They trailed by as many as 18 in the first quarter. Actually had the lead in the fourth quarter. Damian Lillard with a 3-point shot with 0.7 seconds remaining to win the game for the Blazers. If you'd like to talk about what you saw, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. The Lakers' secret word promotion is back. We're giving away a Lakers flyaway to see the Lakers versus the Warriors in the Bay Area. That's on December 22nd, and here's how you can win. You need to know the secret word, and that secret word is Randall, as in Julius Randall. Randall. Listen tomorrow morning for Keyshawn's Cue to call during the 7 a.m. hour. If you're the 7th caller with the correct secret word, Randall, you win the Lakers flyaway with airfare, hotel, and tickets to the game. Lonzo Ball has been pretty good so far since coming into the league.
Yeah.
And I want to preface what we're going to talk about next by saying that he's been pretty good, and tonight was not his night. But I can't get over the fact that he played 28 minutes in an NBA game and only got up 2 shots.
Right, and it's not even so much the 0 points. I mean, look, you go 0 for 7, it happens. I mean, I had Justin Holiday on my fantasy team. He started yesterday's game 0 for 13.
It happens.
It happens. But it's the 2 shots, and there is such a thing as too deferential. And when you have a guy, nobody expects Lonzo to score 25 points a game. And the Jay Kidd comparisons, I think, are actually pretty good in terms of the kind of impact he can have on a game. Jason Kidd still averaged 7 or 8, 9 shots a game in his rookie year. I mean, you have to take a certain amount of shots if you're going to be on the floor for 28 minutes.
Especially considering just the handful of games that he has played so far. Never mind how many times it goes in. When he shoots, everything else opens up for him. We've seen the games we played against the other night against Detroit. He happened to shoot the ball well and make some of them, but as he takes shots, it opens up the lane. It allows him to get into the paint for those little mid-range floaters. It allows him to do more. And tonight, you could tell they just were daring him to shoot, and he wouldn't.
And it opens up the passing lanes too that he can exploit so well. And and I'm sure Luke Walton will go back and he'll talk to him about it. And it may be the kind of thing that, again, a naturally deferential player who's interested in making the offense work and doesn't really care if he scores, needs to remember you have to have a certain amount of aggressiveness whether it's sort of natural for you in that moment or not.
Let's try our first phone call of the night. Let's go to Inglewood and Randall. You are on the Land Rover Postgame Show. Randall, what's going on?
How you doing, gentlemen, doing this evening?
All right, what's up?
Yeah, I wanted to bring up 2 points, and you guys let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Not a big fan of putting Ingram on the island with Damian Lillard. I would have tried to get the ball out of Lillard's hand and maybe have Turner or maybe Mo Harkless beat you at the end of the game. I mean, Damian's just too good of a player to just put him on an island like that with Ingram.
I would say, in a perfect world, if you could let me choose between Damian Lillard taking a game-winning shot and Mo Harkless, I'd take Harkless. But the problem is, if you run out at Lillard and try to get the ball out of his hands, you got to run up high on the floor and go get him. And you're spreading your defense out so much that the likelihood of giving up an easy shot near the basket goes up considerably. There are 13 seconds left. There's a lot of time for Portland to do something. And if you look at the shot that they took, it was a step-back three-pointer with Brandon Ingram's hand in his face. I mean, obviously Damian Lillard is capable of making that shot, and he's made a bunch of them over his career. But that's still a 35%, probably something like that.
I was
shot.
okay with what they did.
There wasn't anything really wrong with that. Sometimes you just the offensive player is good and makes the shot,
especially him. You had two things. What was the other thing, Randall?
The second thing I want to bring up is when Lonzo plays like how he plays tonight, that passive kind of too cool, mellow. I think you should have went with Clarkson down the stretch. Even though Clarkson has a tendency to dribble too much and the offense gets stagnant, I think when Lonzo plays these type of games where he's not aggressive and he's sort of laid back, I think he should have went with Clarkson, because Lonzo sometimes has these games where he's not aggressive, and then he's got games like he had against Phoenix, and even the last game, I really liked how he played. But tonight, you just can't have that discrepancy with 32 points from Lillard, and your other point guard has 0. How can we overcome that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate the phone call, Randall. Thanks. It's interesting because you're dealing with two different things, and they're not always going to come to the same point. The Lakers need to let Lonzo Ball play at the end of these games because he's going to be playing at the end of these games eventually, and the sooner he gets used to it and the sooner he starts doing these things, the better. That being said, I kind of see where Randall is coming, that if you're going to be out there, you can't be playing 4-on-5 offensively when you're basically trading baskets.
Right, but that said, they were trading baskets. Now, it didn't hurt them necessarily down the stretch. They were playing pretty well. And Alonzo was plus 10. A lot of that is the rest of the unit was playing well. But I don't know if I would. You have this first unit coming back into the game that played very well to open the second half. It should be noted, and you're going to swap out the point guard who kind of makes the whole thing go. I would have put Lonzo back on the floor, and I don't think it hurt them. You just hope Lonzo's more aggressive tomorrow night.
Yeah, I would be shocked if he wasn't. I think one of the things we talked about in the pregame show that I'm incredibly impressed with Lonzo is he's a pretty resilient guy. He bounces back pretty quickly and doesn't seem to make the same mistake over and over and over again. Like one of the things that was, bang your head on the desk frustrating with D'Angelo Russell is it just felt like you were going over the same thing over and over and over again. And D'Angelo really Lonzo Ball seems to be somebody that has a little bit quicker understanding of how not to repeat the same mistake over and over again. All right, the McDonald's Defensive Play of the Game is brought to you by McDonald's. Get McDelivery now on the Uber Eats app. Delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants, and booking fee applies. The Defensive Play of the Game.
Rebound Nurkic, outlet to Lillard. Lillard up the right side. Portland leads by 2. Lillard with Lonzo on him. Gets by Lonzo. Got to the rim. Blocked by Lonzo. Lillard grabs it. Kicks it out to Nurkic. 10 to shoot. Lillard's got it. Back to Nurkic. 2-pointer by Nurkic is an air ball. And the Laker defense getting better.
Lonzo Ball with the Defensive Play of the Game. We'll come back. We'll take some more phone calls. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-3776. The Lakers lose 113-110. You're listening to the Land Rover Postgame Show on ESPN LA.
And now, a Mike and Mike throwback moment.
Drake Gyllenhaal is in our studio. So many of the superhero movies out now. If you could be one, which one would you like to be?
Batman is, come on. Are you kidding me?
Without prejudicing the jury, in your opinion, is Batman a superhero?
No, not really.
Oh,
not
yes,
really.
Yes, of course he is. Not only is he a superhero,
superhero.
He's the best of the superheroes.
What do you mean, man? He doesn't fly. He just has a cape.
Send us your Mike and Mike throwback moments to hashtag MMSayThanks.
If you could get rewarded for sleeping, would you? What about for sitting on a bench, looking out at the ocean? Or for sitting in a comfy chair, watching football on TV? Guess what? That third dream job is real thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings. You can come in, watch football, and earn points with Blazing Rewards just for being there. That's right. You're a professional football fan now. Brag about it to all your friends. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Terms and conditions apply. Must be a Blazing Rewards member. To join and for details, visit BlazingRewards.com or download the Blazing Rewards app.
Napa know-how.
There are lots of amazing cars on the road, but perhaps none more amazing than the paid-off car. It may not be pretty, but the price is right. Heck, if you keep that thing running, it'll actually start paying you. Because with Napa Rewards, for every $100 you spend, you'll get $5 off. So keep your car running longer, stronger with Napa Rewards, and watch the savings start rolling in. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa know-how.
Guys, come into the JCPenney men's store for your new fall look. Now through Sunday, get 50% off select outerwear, sweaters, and men's Arizona denim and tops. Plus, check out what's new in our Big and Tall shop. Find great styles of select items from the Foundry Big and Tall Supply Company starting at $11.99. We've got all the styles you need in your size, in-store and at jcp.com. Hurry in. Sale ends Sunday. JCPenney. Offers represent savings on regular original prices. While supplies last. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details. This is the Land Rover Postgame Show. Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Hi, this is Luke Walton on ESPN LA 710 and the ESPN app.
The Land Rover Postgame Show.
Your Southern California Land Rover retailers. Visit them for special lease and finance offers. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Once again, here's Travis Rogers and Brian Kamenetsky.
113-110 is the final score. The Lakers fall to the Portland Trailblazers, 3-5 on the season for the Lakers. There's more information coming out about Larry Nance Jr.'s injury. They are changing it. They say it's the second metacarpal now, not the first, and apparently that is in the hand, but not the thumb. So
right, that's
somewhere
your bird finger
in here. Yes.
Your second metacarpal will be your bird flipping finger.
No, it is the second metacarpal,
right,
not the first.
That's the bird,
so,
the pointer.
Broken hand. I'm going to go with broken hand. Broken left hand.
Because if it's your thumb, they say it's your thumb.
Broken
even though,
thumb.
Technically speaking, I do believe your thumb is a
Is that the zero metacarpal?
I don't know. I just say they just call it the thumb.
Yeah, right. That's the thumb. Eric in Westwood. Eric, you are on the Land Rover Postgame Show. What's going on?
Yeah, a couple things. Lonzo Ball, bottom line with him, he's just got to be more aggressive. Taking two shots, you just can't have that. I'd much rather see him shoot and miss than not taking a shot at all. Way too many times we see him driving into the teeth of defense, and you got yourself a layup, and he opts to pass the ball. Sooner or later, defense is going to start, you're giving you zero passing lanes. So very rarely you want a guy to be selfish, but in this case, you want Lonzo Ball to be a bit more selfish. Sorry to hear about Larry Nance. Hopefully he can make a quick recovery. But I think this is a good time to insert Kuzma in the starting lineup. I know a lot of fans have been crying out for it. I certainly have been one. I think it does two things. First, it gives a chance for Lonzo and Kuzma to get that chemistry from the jump. And the second thing is he provides that scoring punch for the starting unit. I think that's what the starting unit's kind of been lacking and getting themselves in a hole very early on. I think that's been
Whoa.
Appreciate the phone call, Eric. You cut out on us there for a second.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, you got to look at his connection drop.
It turns out, Travis, you were wrong. The second metacarpal bone is, in fact, your pointer finger, and the first metacarpal is your thumb.
I wasn't wrong.
I'm pretty sure
I went
if we roll it back.
aggressively with I don't know.
My theory.
Somebody in here.
My theory of your thumb is your thumb is wrong. But this is actually good news because a broken thumb is worse, I think, than a broken pointer finger.
Broken hand.
I mean, yeah, if you ever try to function without your thumbs, it's all that separates us from wild animals and beasts. Opposable thumbs. That's right. So Larry Nance still has usable opposable thumbs, and I think that is excellent news. He has a broken pointer finger. He can't get all judgy either.
Nope.
His judgy finger.
That's right. He's got a broken hand. We're going to go with broken left hand, and he's unavailable to play for a period of time.
Yes,
is yet to be
determined. Indeterminate period of time.
Yeah, I agree with what he said. Lonzo needs to shoot more. The one thing he said where he's driving the ball into the paint and getting there, and there's a layup there. He's not even looking for the layup. As he's driving, he's looking around to see where he can dump the ball. I think he needs to look to finish.
Right, we're seeing some tweets starting to come through, and we'll hear from Luke. But that's the commentary of it's not about scoring. It's about when he gets into the heart of a defense, it is scary to them. When he pushes the pace, it's scary to a defense because 8 games in, they know what his passing ability is. And it can be paralyzing. Remember with Steve Nash, how guys were kind of afraid to get close to him, because he could shoot from anywhere, he could pass from anywhere, and he's this little dude, who's not overly fast and not overly dynamic as an athlete, and he would freeze everyone because they didn't know where to go. That's what Lonzo can be, but he's got to be a
not
force.
until he can shoot, though.
Not until he can shoot, but even then, guys get into the paint, like guys like Ricky Rubio get in the paint. Jay Kidd used to get in the paint, and it just you don't know what to do because he can finish at the rim.
Lonzo Ball talking after the game.
Hey, Lonzo, I guess you want to start at the end there. So that Brandon forced Damian into a pretty tough shot. He hits it. What are you guys thinking about trying to get open for that last shot? Not to get to Kuzma.
7. You get one shot up. Like the look we got. It just didn't fall.
Yeah, how did you make just first the team game overall, their fast start, how you guys got back into it? What do you think the key was?
We knew they were going to come out with a lot of energy. This is their home court. It's hard to play in here. So they came out and jumped on us. And, we fought our way back. And then at the end, they took it from us.
Luke said that he talked to you about this, but it would have liked you to have been a little more aggressive offensively. But what were you looking for? What did you see from the defense and how you were looking on that side of the court tonight?
Definitely could have been more aggressive. But, I was coming off. Big man was sagging, so Brooke was open most of the time.
So you were more focused on trying to put guys in different spots and going to guys that were being successful at that point?
I was just making open play.
How about defensively, though? It did seem like you were pretty aggressive on that side of the ball. A couple of blocks, a steal, and it seemed like that's how you guys got back into the game.
Yeah, like you said, we got down early, so we had to play defense. And I felt like second half defense stepped up a lot. But, he made a tough shot at the end.
So are there times when you have to just fight the instinct to be more aggressive even than you feel like you should? Do you think that does a certain thing to the defense? And how do you gauge that as the game goes on?
I think that's just a me thing. I just, take the shots when I'm open, create shots for myself.
Lonzo, can you talk about your matchup with Lillard and what you learned? What kind of problems did he pose for you?
Lillard's a great player. As you saw, tough shot he made. He makes tough shots all night. Very good without the ball, which, I can add to my game because I really don't play too much without the ball. So, it's always good going against a great point guard like him.
Were things in each of these matchups, like flying home tonight, will you be thinking about kind of what you learned, or do you think that's something like 10 years from now you'll look back on these early matchups with maybe?
Nah, you got to learn it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can you guys learn from a game like this?
Just don't, like I said, we can't keep getting down early. We keep fighting to get back, but at the end, enough out of the gas to finish.
I know you're still kind of waiting to hear how long Larry might be out, but what are you guys going to have to do to adjust for what he brings in the short term, especially?
He brings a lot of energy, athleticism, rebounding. So, it's going to be tough to fill his spot, but we have to all band together and do it.
Guys, Lonzo Ball. Thank you.
That's Lonzo Ball speaking after the game, courtesy of Spectrum Sportsnet. The Drive of the Game is brought to you by LA Car Guy. Check out monthly specials and browse the inventory of all 11 LA Car Guy dealerships on one website, lacarguy.com.
Lakers still have 7 seconds. Ingram's got it. Ingram dribbling left, down the middle, all the way. Powerful move up and in. Ingram took on 4 Blazers, got right to the rim, put it in. Here's the half. 40-footer by McCollum, and the Lakers battle back to cut the lead to 4. Portland 66, Lakers 62.
Brandon Ingram with the drive of the night. 113-110 is the final score. We'll come back and talk about who gets those starting minutes now that Larry Nance has that hand injury. We'll do that next on the Land Rover postgame show on ESPN LA.
Are we ready to open next month?
I think so.
You think so?
Well, it's complicated. Fire protection, first aid supplies, uniforms, safety training, mat services. Oh, and restroom supplies.
So uncomplicated. Call Cintas. They'll handle all of it.
Wow. One company can handle all that? That's not very complicated.
So, you'll be ready?
Oh, we'll be ready.
Oh, I'm ready!
Learn how Cintas can help you get ready for the workday. Visit Cintas.com.
Who's that guy in the green room?
Mariota?
No, the guy with the face.
Tebow?
No, the one whose face is like, whoa. The pixelated face.
Oh, Big Al, Alabama's mascot. He can't be seen in public without his mascot head on.
But we're on the radio.
Rules are rules, dude.
The Nissan Heisman House is back. Check out NissanHeismanHouse.com for a chance to win a Nissan Titan. No purchase necessary until December 8th, 2017. Open to residents of the USDC 18 and older. Official rules at NissanUSA.com/Heisman House Sweepstakes.
Whew, sorry I'm late. Ready to tee off?
Dude, you're glowing gold.
Yeah, stopped by Shell on the way to the course and got rewarded with instant gold status.
Cool. Does it do anything?
Yeah, it saves me 5 cents per gallon on every fill every day.
Whoa.
And it crushes the long ball. Watch this. Nope, it just saves at Shell.
Get rewarded at Shell when you join the Fuel Rewards program now at fuelrewards.com/gold. Restrictions apply. Active gold status required. Introductory offer valid for 6 months after activation. Limit 20 gallons per transaction at participating Shell stations. See fuelrewards.com/gold for details. Doesn't actually turn bodies gold.
It's time for some straight talk. Green, you love your phone, don't you?
I'm updating my fantasy roster on it as we speak.
But I'm guessing you don't love your pricey wireless plan, what with all the mystery fees and data overages every month.
Oh, you got that right.
What if I told you that you could keep that phone you love, but pay a whole lot less every month?
Well, I'm in.
With Straight Talk Wireless, you can actually keep your same phone, your same number, even your same network, but for a whole lot less than you're paying right now. It's kind of like getting the number one starting quarterback.
For the price of a backup kicker.
Steal of the draft.
Bring your own phone to Straight Talk Wireless. Unlimited plans start at just $45 a month with nationwide coverage on America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless. Only at Walmart. Savings may vary. A month equals 30 days. Please refer always to the latest terms and conditions of service at straighttalk.com.
Land Rover Postgame Show. Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Hey, it's Lonzo Ball on ESPN, LA 710.
Come along for the ride. It's Lakers basketball.
The Land Rover Postgame Show.
Your Southern California Land Rover retailers. Visit them for special lease and finance offers. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Once again, here's Travis Rogers and Brian Kamenetsky.
113-110 is final score. The Blazers beat the Lakers. The block of the game is brought to you by Ritz Plumbing. The next time your pipes are all blocked and backed up, the only place to use is family-owned Ritz Plumbing, in business for over 85 years. RitzPlumbing.com. The block of the night, significant in more ways than one.
Here's Caleb Swanigan with it. Give the ball to C.J. McCollum, a left corner. McCollum into Swanigan. Swanigan trapped, blocked by Nance. Knocked out of bounds. 6 seconds to shoot. It'll be Portland ball. Good defense by Nance. Michael, it's team defense, too. I mean, everybody's switching and moving and blocking shots.
Larry Nance with the block of the night is also the play where Larry Nance ended up breaking his hand. And now all of a sudden
his second metacarpal.
Yes, his second metacarpal.
A lot of people, by the way, praising on my Twitter feed at Cam Brothers for your willingness to correct your mistake live on the air and not try to cover it up.
Yeah, it's part of being an
really
adult. Is accepting responsibility when you make a mistake.
Honesty in radio.
Of course. Larry Nance Jr. has been the starting power forward on this team. He's not going to be able to do it for a while. Who goes in, Randall or Kuzma?
I still can't believe you're not including Luol Deng.
Or let me rephrase, or Luol Deng, since we're correcting mistakes.
I don't think it'll be Luol Deng. But he is available. Look, I mean,
is he?
Yeah, sure. He started. Didn't he start games in the preseason when? He started games the first 2 games of the year when KCP was out. So I mean, it is possible that Luke Walton, in an effort not to mess with the rotation, otherwise would do that. It feels unlikely. I think that the fact that he went with Kuzma down the stretch tonight indicates to me that that's who he would have run with the first unit. At this point, I don't think you need to do the thing where you try to, you trot out Luol Deng for 14 minutes a night.
Yeah.
Just to keep the rest of just change the rotation a little bit. And instead of, they had, I think, 10 guys or 9 guys play over 13 minutes tonight. I think it was 10. You can shorten that to 9 and still get a fair amount of people, or shorten it to 8 and get a fair amount of people.
So Randall and Kuzma are the two most likely candidates to fill that spot. And I wonder if it doesn't have to be Kuzma for the simple reason that as you watch this team right now, and just taking the first 8 games into the season, and I guess maybe the preseason as well, but not that they matter, but it's still the way that they've been played. Is Kyle Kuzma the best player on this team? Because put it to you this way, the fact that I can ask that question,
right,
and it's not
crazy. That's what makes it. Yeah. And the answer is probably no. I mean, the best player on the team probably is Brook Lopez, even though he hasn't played all that well yet. But
he did play well tonight.
He had a great game tonight. But like, if you're just going what we know about these guys, Brook Lopez is a very good NBA player, not a great one, but a very good one. Ingram isn't that guy every night. Lonzo's not that guy every night. Kuzma has been, but it says a lot about where the team is talent-wise that there is no best player that would fit a conventional best player description, but there are about 9 guys who are, you would classify right now as, good players on a good team, or like a good number 5 or a good number 6, which, by the way, is part of the reason that second unit has played so well, is because it is better than the average second unit. It's just that the Lakers' first unit isn't as good as other first units.
Yeah, 6 through 10, they're better than some teams.
Most
it's
teams.
1 through 5
Most teams,
that they struggle with. Yeah. I'm fascinated by the simple fact that you can have the conversation about whether or not Kyle Kuzma is the best player on this team when they have 2 number 2 draft picks on this team. They have a guy, like you mentioned, Brook Lopez, who's been a very successful NFL or NBA player in his career up until this point, and it still might be Kyle Kuzma, which isn't being disrespectful to Ingram or to Ball or to Lopez. I think it's a testament to how surprisingly good Kyle Kuzma is.
And while the shooting, it's funny because you hear people talk about him and praise him as a guy who's stretching the floor. That's actually the one thing he's not really doing as a shooter. He had a great night shooting the other night, but you take that one game away, and particularly from three-point range, he hasn't been very good. He was 10 of 17 tonight, 1 of 5 from three-point range, which means inside the arc, 9 of 12, including that really sweet running hook he had that I'm just looking at, and he banked it in. It wasn't fluky. Like, he was trying to do that. His shot making is way beyond what you would expect, both from a rookie, but particularly from a rookie who went 27th in the draft. A guy with that kind of skill, you figure somebody would have noticed.
Well, if you redrafted just right now, Kyle Kuzma's not getting past the first 6, 7 picks. Maybe not even that far.
No, probably not. I mean, there were some guys who look pretty good early in the year, and Jason Tatum's played really well in Boston, and Fultz got hurt, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Lonzo's done nice. De'Aaron Fox has done nice. Yeah. Dennis Smith's played some good games, whatever. But I tell you what, he wouldn't go 27th.
He'd go higher than
27th.
What is Julius Randle's reaction if he's out of the starting lineup times 2?
I hope it's the same as we talked about this last night, or Tuesday night, I should say, with him. It is clear he wants to start, and quite frankly, as a Laker fan, you want him to want to start. You want him to want to play 30 minutes a night. His line is, I can control what I can control, and my effort is what I can control, and he is efforting.
Kyle Kuzma speaking after the game.
Kyle, just sorry if you just asked you this. So what did you see on that last shot, and how close did you think it was to going in?
It was straight on, but left it a little short. But it is what it is. So.
Yeah, what did you guys do to battle back after that start, and how Portland was pretty hot early?
We just tried to play with a lot of energy. Try to make their role players beat us, and we did a good job of fighting through that game. So.
What were you looking for, and how were you getting to the hoop so consistently in that first half, especially?
Just the matchups I had. Had guys that were slow-footed, couldn't really guard me off the bounce, so I just took advantage of that.
What do you guys think you're going to have to do, and you don't know how long he's going to be out, but to try to compensate for missing Larry after he goes down with that injury?
Got to rebound. Larry's a big piece for us. He rebounds, plays with a lot of energy, and he does all the little things. So as a group, we got to pick it up because of him. So.
Did you notice how he hurt his hand?
No, I didn't.
All right, guys, Kyle Kuzma.
All right, that's Kyle Kuzma speaking after the game, courtesy of Spectrum Sportsnet. The Lakers lose 113-110 to the Portland Trailblazers. We're back with more on the Land Rover postgame show on ESPN LA.
Come on. Napa know-how.
Keeping it simple is usually a good thing. And when it comes to rewards programs, keeping it simple is always a good thing. That's why we made the Napa Rewards program effortless. All you need is your phone number to start saving on the parts and tools you need. Then we automatically give you $5 off your next purchase for every 100 you spend. So start saving today with Napa Rewards. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa know-how.
At Dave & Buster's, we give football fans what they want. $5 apps every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday game day. Massive TVs and action-packed games. It's what the fans want. And that's why every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday game days, you can get $5 apps like Mott Sticks, Spinach Dip, and Nachos. What do football fans want? Beer. Ice-cold beer. This year, football season is at Dave & Buster's. Watch the games and play the games only at Dave & Buster's. See store for details.
This is the Land Rover postgame show. Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Hey, it's Lonzo Ball on ESPN, LA 710.
Come along for the ride. It's Lakers basketball.
The Land Rover postgame show.
Your Southern California Land Rover retailers. Visit them for special lease and finance offers. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Once again, here's Travis Rogers and Brian Kamenetsky.
Lakers dropped the game in Portland. A good one, though. 113-110. Damian Lillard hits a three-point basket with 0.7 seconds left on the clock to give the Blazers the win. Lakers head coach Luke Walton speaking after the game.
Luke, incredibly close game. What in your mind did it come down to?
The good thing is things that we can control, really. We missed a bunch of front ends of our free throws in the fourth. We had like 3 or 4 possessions in transition again, which we have been focusing on and getting better, where we made careless plays. We try to make low or high risk, low reward passes, and our turnovers, transitions turned into them coming the other end and scoring. There was a lot of little things that we did in the fourth that we could have corrected ourselves that really hurt us. And then you got to obviously give them credit. They hit some big shots. Lillard is an absolutely amazing player and competitor. And, I thought Brandon did a good job playing defense on that last possession. Great players hit great shots.
Defensively, especially at the start of the third quarter, you guys were much better. What was better defensively in the second half?
Well, it started, in my opinion, in the second quarter, really. We started to engage in the fight. The first quarter, we let them move wherever they wanted. And offensively, when you play against talented teams and you let them have the freedom of swinging it side to side and catching it and the positions in their offense they want to operate from, it's tough to stop guys like that. So we finally started to engage in the second. I think you just saw the momentum of our fight on the defensive end build from that point.
They let us know during the game that Larry Nance has a broken left hand. Have you talked to Larry yet?
No, I will right now. I talked to the team. Obviously, feel terrible for him. He's been playing so solid for us. But it's unfortunate. It's going to hurt the team, and he's been working so hard. It's tough, but that's what team sports are about. And someone else has to step up and fill that role now. And we'll get him healthy when he's ready to. He'll be back on the court when he's ready to go.
Career high for Kyle Kuzma. I'll assume that he's one of the guys that picks up the slack right away for Nance.
One of the guys as in everybody has to pick up the slack. We don't. I hate when people get hurt and other players think that they need to do more themselves. Just keep doing what you do, and as a group, we'll pick up that slack.
You got 2 excellent three-point looks at the end. You made one and missed one. First, let me ask you about the KCP. You seem to surprise them. You had 15 seconds left. Was that the plan? KCP got a clean look, even though there was 15 seconds left, just take it?
Absolutely. We wanted
wanted to go for the three. That play had multiple options on it, KCP being one of them. So if they take that away, we had other things to get to. But him, KCP, one of our better shooters, if he gets a clean look at a three and we're down 3, we want to take it.
So you tie the game, and then with less than a second, you got a great look with Kuzma.
I was proud of them because Portland went to some junk defense, which you should. I mean, it was 0.7, only threes. They were all around the 3-point line, so it took us out of the play we were actually running. But I'm glad that they figured out a way to manipulate what was going on to get someone a good look. And they were, even though young, I mean, it was Lonzo taking it out and Kuzma, 2 rookies making that decision. They had the confidence, and again, I'll take Kuz taking that shot at the end of the game too.
Lonzo statistically struggled in his worst game. What do you think of the way he played tonight?
I thought he was a little too passive tonight, and I think that'll continue to be, is what I always say. The hardest thing for young players is the consistency when you just play so many games, and he's so unselfish. That sometimes as the game's going, we want him to be more aggressive with not shooting the ball, but just more aggressive with attacking the defenses. And I feel like tonight was one of those nights where he was more passive with it than looking to really attack them.
Why do you think that is? The young players are inconsistent. Like on one night can be super aggressive and like everything you expect them to be.
They're 19, 20 years old, and they're playing 3 games in 4. This is going to be our 3rd set of 3 games in 4 nights to start the season. In college, you play 2 games a week. You're going against players you've never played. You're playing in buildings you've never played in. So it's a lot to handle it's a lot to handle for everybody, but especially when you're young and trying to figure out the NBA stuff.
Did Larry hurt his thumb by any chance? Did you see how Larry hurt his thumb?
No, I didn't even know he was hurt. They told me I was looking to put him back in, and someone told me that he had fractured his hand.
What do you want the young guys to take away from a game like this?
That there's little things that we can control that could give us a much better chance of winning, and that's turnovers and transition. Again, they've done a great job of it up to the 4th quarter, and then it got sloppy, and we gave away some great chances to increase our lead. Free throws in the 4th, we missed a bunch of front ends at the free throw line, and a couple other things that we did that are mental mistakes that, as you make those mistakes, you should learn from them as a group, and I think our group will learn from them. And, I told Brandon, it's not the game winner. That's nothing. I mean, that's what he gets paid max money to do. He's one of the best in the world at it. He played good defense. He had a tough shot, but there's other things that happened before that we should be frustrated with ourselves about.
That's Luke Walton speaking after the game, courtesy of Spectrum Sportsnet. The Universal Studios Hollywood Star of the Game is presented by Universal Studios Hollywood. Get ready for nonstop terror with more mazes than ever at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. Tonight's star of the game, who else? Damian Lillard.
Lillard in the backcourt, guarded by Ingram. 10 seconds to go in a tie game. Lillard dribbles right. 6 seconds to go. 5.
Got to go.
4, 3, 2. 3-pointer for the win. It's good, and the Blazers win it.
Blazers win the game 113-110. Coming up next is Rams All Access with the voice of the Rams, J.B. Long, and former Ram DeMarco Farr. They're going to get you ready for your Rams taking on the Giants from New York this Sunday morning. For Brian Kamenetsky, I'm Travis Rogers, and this has been the Land Rover Postgame Show on ESPN LA.
You've been listening to tonight's Land Rover Postgame Show.
Your Southern California Land Rover retailers. Visit them for special lease and finance offers. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Lakers basketball, presented by
Pizza Hut. Get a large 2-topping pizza with pizza delivered for just $7.99 when you order online. Only at Pizza Hut. Gardens Casino, featuring 220 flat-screen TVs, 24 California craft beers on tap, and an upscale bar and lounge with handcrafted cocktails. Located off the 605 and Carson Street. Please play responsibly. The Gardens Casino, best play in L.A.
In-N-Out Burger. That's what a hamburger's all about.
Universal Studios Hollywood. Get ready for nonstop terror with more mazes than ever at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. LA Car Guy. LA Car Guy. Check out monthly specials and browse the inventory of all 11 LA Car Guy dealerships in one website, LACarGuy.com.
Get closer to Lakers basketball right here. The Lakers play here. ESPN LA 710 and the ESPN app.